Hey guys, welcome back. This is Martin from bigboyplants.com, and today I have a special guest, my Calathea Zebrina. This beauty stands out on my prayer plant collection because of its beautiful green tones and its stripes on its leaf. It has earned a special place on my favorite houseplant rankings. Most importantly, it is very straightforward to take care of it. To care for a Calathea Zebrina, consider the following. This tropical plant shows a strong preference for consistent moisture. So water it when you notice that the soil is getting dry. Avoid overwatering. Indirect bright light is suggested to grow it healthily. Do not expose your plant excessively to direct sunlight. Keep it in the temperature range between 60 and 80 Fahrenheit or 16 and 27 Celsius degrees. Also make sure to fertilize your Calathea Zebrina every other month, and make sure to use a well-drained soil mix in case you want to repot it. While these basic guidelines should help you to keep your plant growing strong, in this video I will share what has worked for me to care for my Calathea Zebrina. Stay tuned to learn more. Now let's talk a bit more about watering. Calathea Zebrina plants should be watered only when you notice that the topsoil layer is getting dry. These plants show strong preference for moisture. So make sure to use the well-drained soil, but that has well retention properties as well. Then your mission is to keep this golden balance and don't let the ground dry out. Therefore, we recommend checking your plant every day and assess if the soil is still moist or has dried out. To determine if your Calathea Zebrina needs water, you can use the poke a finger method, which consists of the following steps. Number 1, poke your finger or fingers into the top or 3 inches of the soil. Then get your fingers out and observe if the soil that comes out feels wet and kind of sticky. This will indicate that your plant has good moisture levels and you can skip watering for the day. To water your plant, get your can or whatever you use filled with about 8 to 12 ounces of water, and water it evenly from the base to the top. Try to make sure that all the ground is moist and then all the root system gets benefit and the right nutrient absorption. Please avoid overwatering your plant, as this can lead to root rotting problems. It is important to mention that while watering should occur maximum 2 times per week, the frequency and amount will be influenced by other factors like light exposure or the room temperature. Even seasons might impact how much you need to water your plant. Moving on to light care. Calathea Zebrina plants need to be grown under indirect bright light. This will ensure that its foliage grows healthily and its amazing color does not fade. Then you can consider the following options to place your plant: in a room or office, near to a window that has a curtain to filter the sunlight, and make sure to keep it a couple of inches from the window glass or border to avoid any issues like your plant falling down or being exposed to cold drafts. You can also place it in balconies. They work great if the plant only gets a maximum of 1 hour of direct sunlight per day. Then we have kitchens or bathrooms that have decent bright light levels. These locations can have a plus benefit since your plant can also get high humidity levels. You can also keep it outdoors or in a garden, but make sure it is under a roof or under other plants that can give your Calathea Zebrina some shade or direct sunlight exposure protection during the day. Avoid prolonged sunlight exposure, as I said before, to minimize the risk of leaf burn. Moreover, it's its leaves can lose some of its amazing tone if they remain under direct sunlight exposure too much time. Now let's talk about temperature and humidity. Calathea Zebrina plants show a strong preference for warm and humid environments. You should try to mimic their native environment conditions, which typically are very tropical. Regarding temperature, the sweet spot to grow your plants lies between 60 and 80 Fahrenheit, that's between 16 and 27 Celsius degrees. Any temperature below or above this range could harm your plant and increase the difficulty level to grow it healthily. Secondly, you will need to keep its surroundings very humid to ensure proper leaf and stem development. If you don't live in a humid city, here are some suggested tips that might help you. You can place your Calathea Zebrina next to other tropical plants. With this, you will mimic the rainforest effect, where a group of plants together tend to increase and conserve high humidity levels. Or you can mist around your plant with water. Use this tip if you don't have any other tropical plants or if you would like to give some extra love to your leafy friend. Avoid spraying the leaves directly, as it can drop to the soil and cause unnecessary water logging. Also, if the sun hits your plant, this could lead to a magnifying glass effect that could burn its leaves, so be careful with this. Then you can also take it up to the next level and place your plant in a humidity tray once per week. Last but not least, you can buy a humidifier to increase the humidity around your plant constantly. And although this might be the most expensive option, this gadget will be very useful, for example in winter, if it hits hard where you live, or you notice that the air is getting very dry around your plant and affecting its leaves. Moving on to soil and repotting. Similar to other prayer plants, the Calathea Zebrina needs to be grown in a soil mix that combines good drainage properties with proper nutrient absorption. You can mix a standard potting soil with some peat moss and perlite. Alternatively, where I bought my Calathea Zebrina, the store clerk suggested adding some rice husk to the mix. Apparently, this has some benefits to accelerate plant nutrient absorption and therefore boost its growth. Needless to say, avoid using soil mixtures that are very sandy or that dry too fast. This could impact negatively your plant or require additional caring tasks. Important question: when should you repot a Calathea Zebrina? You can repot your Calathea Zebrina when you notice that it needs more room to expand. Basically, you can check how if there is a lot of root bound or if the soil surface is already crowded with many stems and you notice that the plant needs a bigger area to grow wide. When you notice this, make sure that when repotting your plant, it might be also a great opportunity to propagate it. Calathea Zebrinas can only be propagated through division, so it's recommended to perform only when this plant has reached its maturity or it's near to reach its maximum height of 2 feet. We'll publish another video to explain how this is done step by step. Moving on to hygiene and pest prevention. Although Calathea Zebrina plants have a high resistance against pests, you might encounter that sometimes any plant-sucking organism can attack your plant. And they tend to appear if there's dust on its leaves or if you let the humidity drop significantly around your plant. To control any pest, keep in mind the following. Place your plant away in some sort of quarantine until you get rid of the pest. Spray your plant with a mix of neem soil diluted in water. Try to increase your plant's humidity by misting it around once per day, and humidity will decrease the pest rate of reproduction. If neem oil doesn't work, you can rub your plant with a cotton swab soaked in alcohol. Also, we suggest performing the following basic hygiene care task to keep any pest away and make your plant bulletproof. Dust your plant every week, wipe it, clean the leaves gently with a soft cloth to remove any dust or cobwebs that you spot. Be sure to wipe the pot, the container, external walls as well. I also mop regularly the floor where I keep my plant. Pruning your Calathea is only needed to remove yellow or brown leaves that drain energy from your plant. You can also control its foliage by making some key cuttings on the high level leaves. Alright, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I hope these guidelines that I shared with you are useful to grow your plant healthily and successfully. As usual, let me know what's working for you, and if you have any extra or additional tips that we can include in this guide later on. Also let me know your feedback. I would like to learn from what's working for you as well. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are releasing new content every week, and to visit our site bigboyplants.com. We have some amazing articles in there as well. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. It will help us a lot, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until next time, happy planting.